Thank you for everybody who's coming to this Cobra Codes activation. And as we connect with ourselves, we invoke this inner transformation that's already happening around us. And we can see in the world how things are shifting, how people are ready for change, how people are ready for transition. And so we want to call in our helper spirit animals from the animal kingdom to support us with this process. And knowing that all of the change in the world, if I was running for president, I would focus on people doing their own inner work. The inner work, it starts with ourselves and it percolates out into the world. So thank you so much for participating in things like this where we can connect to ourselves, and then through that we have the portals to all of humanity, all beings, all entities out there. So I'm going to start with a little meditation, just closing your eyes gently, feeling the softness of your eyelids and your eyelashes as they drop to the floor, and just letting all the wrinkles in this smooth out, letting it soften and flow. Connecting with the primal energy of your breath. It's the energy that keeps you moving, that keeps you stable and grounded. That breath of life and consciousness. And just pay attention to that breath. Where does it start? What depth of your being initiates this breath? You might feel it in your chest or your lungs, and you might even feel it even deeper within your abdomen or even within your root chakra. Tuning in to the ebb and flow of this being within you, this guide that you have. And if you want to, if it feels good for you, you can sway or circle your hips or circle your shoulders. Just feeling into your roots as they lock down into the earth, into the center of the earth. And in order to connect a little bit deeper, I like to meditate on these crystalline energy frequencies that move through us. Feeling how they are received through the center of the earth and pulled in through your spine, through your kundalini energy, into your heart, into your throat, out your crown. The first one is red jasper. So just visualizing the softness, the groundedness, the shine of red jasper. Nourishing your root chakra, moving through your whole body. Absorbing the codes and the nectar of these frequencies. Black tourmaline. And just meditating on this beautiful, shiny and dense crystal, allowing it to move wherever it needs to in your body. Absorb whatever energy. Maybe it's the kind of aggressive energy that you're feeling outside of yourself or inside of yourself. Meditating on amber, allowing it to move into your heart. It's like stickiness, the expansiveness of it allows you to open more, allows you to drop in more, to feel more. Connecting with your primal breath. and how all those frequencies have opened up this Cobra energy within your body, your inner warrior, your inner guide. And this may be what's propelling you forward. You just imagine yourself just riding this Cobra through thick and thin, through night and day, through hard times and through the joyful ride that you have. What do they anchor in for you? What vibrations, what truth do they anchor in for you? I'm just feeling now your entire energy field around you. Like imagine this hologram around you, this big flower of life wrapped around your whole field, about 6 feet around you. And within that, the snake energy creating this electromagnetic field around your heart, around the back of your heart, projecting out into the front, into the future, into the throat chakra, to the things that you might say, to how you may defend yourself, how you may support yourself, or how you may step into your truth. And those frequencies are vibrating with that Cobra energy. See. Waking up this spirit within you. This is activating your joy, your passions, your drive, your fire.
Totorishino Shotokurishini Yatarashino Kushini Takarishini Tokurushini Yatarashino Kushini Katari Sikiti Yatakatini Kohoni Yakaranaka Inukumshi Tatariana Mokorini Kikranaka Tikitakarushkotokuni Room the Kitakarin Skotuni the Karaskon Chikitagram the Kitakasakun Kitakaran Skotusi Tataras Chatara Simusia Samusi Bakashina Katari Chataraman Soko. shina. Ne ma te si mo te era mo ko ma. Ti ma ti era ma ka ji ti ko mo ti era ba ka ti ki mo. Ma na ki mo ti ki era ta ko mo ni ba ishi ni ko re ne kya ka kara sa ko to shima. Jite kia makai ni ko rupun ko te kira makai kia mani ai kia nau koi ni ta taria o fuwa ni te es mo ko shi te ama ni ta ra kala i to ko mai si si ko mo te ma ta ke shi
Hei, stodoti rita solilota sitosisua. Shupako shitalo shitona shikona shikawa shitar. And just tuning into your spine. How does your spine respond to the frequencies and codes of the Cobra? Can you sense the wrapping, the permeating, the clearing energy of the Cobra through your spine, starting at the base and moving through the crown? Just feeling this absolute safety and protection with these beings, knowing that they are beings of light, beings of love and kindness. Allowing your spine to lengthen as it wants to lengthen. Allowing yourself to grow, knowing there are times where we make ourselves smaller for our relationships, for our career, for how we believe we need to behave. And allowing these energies to activate our ability to just stand up straight and step into our full power and strength, our potency. Knowing that the animal kingdom is not going to judge us for that. We are not too much for them.
Yeah, so anchoring and mastering your sovereignty, mastery over sovereignty, freedom of movement, freedom to expand.
She, he, ho, ho, she, ha, that's a show. Shitty, my. Hi, Yushito, Shito, Retito, Saka. Hi, Sisa. Hi, Sisu, hi.
Embodying our ability to sense, to be sensitive, to be aware.
Imagine if your entire spine was connecting with the ground as you're swimming underneath the earth and you're fully immersed in that earth energy, fully immersed in the trust of what's around you. So native tradition, the snake is part of one of the journey men, the between worlds, to journey below into the lower world and connect with the spirits there and the medicine there. Imagining yourself, you're wrapped in this beautiful skin, beautiful glimmering in gold and green and brown. This beautiful sheet of protection. And while you're wrapped in this protection, you're also completely surrounded with a sense of connection, a sensation you can feel through every part of this. And imagine that you're able to drop into one of the Earth's openings. Just imagine this beautiful canyon, and you're able to wriggle your way underneath. You're able to feel into the wonders underneath the surface of the earth. The rocks and minerals, the tree roots, the creatures below. This energy, this earth frequency is all around you. You have your ear to the ground, and you're able to work with the vibration. And you sense all of these different vibrations and frequencies. You may find a frequency that you want to swim to or crawl to that will help you initiate healing process, or that you can collect, so you can collect this data for other people that are of need. Or you may move towards these medicines, these herbs that are opening for you. You also may move towards the spirit realm. You may move towards lost souls or parts of yourself that you haven't seen for a very long time. You may find your guides or helpers. And so take account, take awareness as you journey. What might be coming through for you to offer you their hand and support? As you move down through the different layers and the wonders of the world, you feel the warmth below the earth, the vibrations, trusting that you'll be on a path that'll take you closer to home, closer to your wisdom and your inner resilience. You find yourself in this oasis, this place of beauty and peace and tranquility, where you'll find your next step, your next instructions. You can receive that now. And if you feel called to share a word or two about what that step is, would love to hear it. And if not, feeding that internally into your inner wisdom containers. Mm. Mm. Mm.
So, what came through for me is this allowance of silence. So the snake moves silently, and is only, those that have rattles or maybe some hiss, only when they're threatened and they have to establish their boundaries. But they move slowly and silently for the most part. So this slowing down of tuning into the silence, and also just had this awareness around when we really tune into our bodies and we slow down, our bodies will guide us to what nourishes us, whether it's something that we actually physically take in, or we're guided to go sit somewhere out in nature, or we're guided to retreat and hole up in our little cave, or we're guided to go and interact with somebody. Um, but this idea of slowing down and tuning into the silence, and really, we are, as we move up in vibration and frequency, we're being asked to be sensitized. We're increasing in our sensitivity, and there's certain things that we just can't tolerate anymore. And so really listening to that and embracing that is this wayfinding. So the snake is finding its way, right? It kind of moves around, and it's not a straight line. And so I just felt, this felt, it was just beautiful.
That's wonderful. It's a reminder of how we're all sensitive, and we're moving. The clearer that we get, the less we're going to be able to tolerate something that doesn't resonate with us. The more that we step into our truth, the more we show up for it, the more there's going to be a little dissonance around where that doesn't land and in what places it's not ready to be heard. Yes, the silence. Being okay with the silence, not being afraid of the silence. Finding this space where, because there's always going to be something going on cognitively, there's always going to be some kind of noise, whether it's very liminal or whether it's shouting. We're gonna hear it in the silence, but once we start to allow it to run its course and allow us to move through those things, it softens. We tell our inner voices, like, I am listening. You do not have to shout. And our inner voice really doesn't shout. Our inner voice is the subtlety, the whispers, the sounds of the wind, the delicateness of our dreams, that once we move our head 10 degrees in the morning, we completely forget what we were dreaming about, where we were. I invite you to tune into your own sensitivities, your own calluses, or your own spots that are super exposed and vulnerable, and feel into that strength, that wisdom, those sensors. That we can move through the grass, we can move through the sand and the earth with the sensors all tuned in to where we need to go and what we need to receive, what medicines, what spirits, what nourishment. Allowing our thirst to be what brings us to drink. Just leaning into that thirst to bring us exactly where we need to go. And what teachers and what guides is the snake, the cobra, bringing you towards? What lessons, what downloads is the snake within you ready for? and how, like the cobra, if we lead with our heart instead of our head, will we find that we find exactly what we are needing. And there's this coiling motion with the cobra, coiling around the spine, coiling around the organs, the small intestine, the large intestine, coiling around our heart and opening it, expanding it, coiling around our throat and allowing us to speak our truth, moving out through the crown, and how we're existing on this planet that's rotating and spinning, and how collectively we are coiling together with our lessons, with our opportunities, and we're uncoiling, we're dissolving, we're divorcing from the ideas and the paradigms that are no longer serving us. And so we audaciously move, guided by our heart, allowing our throat chakra and our third eye and our crown to lead in this clearing of old ways of being and doing and thinking that don't serve our best and highest good, that put these oven mitts over our sensitive skin and prevent us from moving deeper into our truth and the reality of what we need to experience. Thank you all so much. Holding this witnessing space of your own unfurling and uncoiling.
So I would like to open up the floor for anyone that would love to share um, what they felt, what they saw, how they're feeling.
I could say something
Great,
if you
thanks, Marley. Yeah.
want. I'm pretty connected to like snakes in general. I'm year of the snake, Earth snake. I felt something. It was like a kind of like coming home to myself, and also like the snake is actually what we are here. Like we are the consciousness of the snake. It's kind of like the driving life force of everyone. So it reminded me like actually of the Doors. I don't know if you're a Doors fan or Jim Morrison fan, but I am extremely into that. And he actually is one of my spirit guides because he's an angel. I feel that. and his presence was there, and I could hear him singing to me. I could feel, I could feel that shamanic presence. He was like, "Oh, you're doing something about snakes. Here, let me come and uh, in here." And he reminded me of his beautiful quotes of how if we kiss the serpent without fear, it'll take us to the garden, to the gate, to the other side, and ride the snake without fear, and it'll bring us to our, open our hearts and feel that love. Oh, like this is, I wasn't.
Oh, we lost you, Marley.
It felt like, yeah, just sort of like a lot of emotion was either flowing out or letting go from my heart. Like I felt like not tears, but like almost like, like when your eyes kind of get a little bit wet, you know. Um, I felt something pretty strong, and I really appreciated the beautiful singing that you two did together as well. I felt, yeah, something happened. It was good. I felt. But yeah, it was just mostly a reminder that even if these things have teeth or fangs or whatever it is, um, they also have tongues that they can kiss us with, you know, and maybe we can experience more of that nectar of the kissing instead of bites. And also, I don't know if you're a fan of the movie Dune, but it really reminded me of like I could see sand dunes and the beautiful sand blowing around me, and I something about sand dunes is extremely moving and prophetic to me. So yeah, I could hear him singing to me in the dunes, and obviously you two singing to me. But yeah, there's something about that. And let me just say something why I love that movie. It's because it tells you, basically, fear is the mind killer in that movie. So basically, it's telling us to let go of the energy of fear, and what we do is we face our fear, we let it move through us, and then we become powerful after we've moved past our fear, and you know we have that power to get through anything. Basically, it was like, I don't know, it was kind of prophetic, like, because I'm so into this whole desert thing. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love how you see reality, and it's so beautiful. And bringing in Jim Morrison is a wild card. I love it.
Right. Yesterday, actually, I was doing a cacao ceremony. It was the 6-year anniversary for our conscious groove, and there was a lady there. It was her birthday, and she actually had given me a birthday wish granted, because she was granting wishes, and I went up to her and I gave her a hug. I don't know her that well. And I said, "I'm cold." And she gave me her little scarf, and she's like, "Here, I'll keep you warm and I'll grant you a wish." And I asked her, "Can you please grant the wish of love for me? Because I want my life partner. I'm ready to, been wanting that for some time now." And she says, um, "Pour that love into yourself and it'll ripple like a fountain, and then you will feel it overflowing, and then it will go to where it needs to go." And then during your singing or what you were doing, I could feel that fountain activate again, and I was seeing it flowing into ripples and then cascading into waterfalls with um unicorns and stuff like that. And I was just pouring that love, you know, onto myself.
Mm.
So I could see her wish that
Yeah.
she was wishing. Like as soon as she said the wish, I was like, people have told me to love self-love before, but they didn't describe it in a way where I could actually see a vision of a fountain rippling and pouring, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that was extra because
Manifesting.
it was extra because not only did they say that, but they gave me a really nice hug and something to keep me warm. And when I notice I do this thing where I hug people, I kind of put my face into their arm and my lips go on to them, and sometimes I feel, oh, am I putting my face too close, or like my lips? That's a very, it's almost as if I'm kissing them. So I don't know whether that's like wanted or not, but like that's just how I naturally will hug someone. So I was like, oh, when I hug them, my lips kind of go onto their arm. So I was like, I don't know, it was a whole thing, and then I felt that carried on until from yesterday's cacao, which is a very heart opening like drink. On the beach we were on, no less. And then I wake up basically just literally on time as you're starting this, so I don't have to watch a replay. So I thought that was kind of all connected in a great way. So I really appreciate that it was specifically about cobras.
Thank you so much for sharing.
It's literally like God, you know what I mean? Like I've had visions on ayahuasca of the cobra before. I know it's a real thing.
I will say the snake, I've heard people kind of be afraid of the snake or have shamanic visions where the snake is coming after them. But what actually happens usually is the person surrenders himself to the snake, and the snake helps them to dissolve and be reborn. So
Yeah,
it's like
that's why they said kiss it without fear, and it'll take you to the garden. There's many times where I've had like experiences that were psychedelic, but as soon as you relax into it, that's that's where it feels good. Like we don't have to fear anything. We're not our lives aren't being taken any away.
Yeah.
We're just meeting ourselves deeper.
Want to jump to anybody else who wants to share before we hop off in a few minutes?
Yeah, that was great.
Tania, you're still muted. I think you're talking.
That's right. I got kicked off and anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to say, all right, bye, Liz. Thank you, Tammy. And Marley, thank you for sharing. That was just profound. I wanted to say I've been reading this book called Freedom, and he brings in the Doors, Jim Morrison, and his lyrics. Like they are extremely profound, and this breaking through to the other side. I mean, we're all on this ride to awakening, and it is profound. The human journey that we're on right now, collectively, right now in this moment, what we're facing is huge. And so I just really appreciate, I mean, I'm like, whoa, she's talking about Jim Morrison. That's crazy.
I felt it as soon as you started singing. I was like, he's here.
Yeah, it's very cool. And yeah, I just really appreciate that you're here.
Yeah, I sleep with this next to me.
Nice. Wow, cool. The writings of
Gave
Jim
me that.
Morrison, yeah. He
He's
was
a poet.
genius poet, seer, like yeah, he was tuned in, but yeah, got burned by his own brilliance, you know.
But his lovely spirit lives on because apparently he still has tons of messages for us.
Yeah.
I'll remember that. Pull that in.
He didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes me want to go read his stuff, Marley.
Transcended his body, that's it. And he's here for us anytime we need him.
Yeah.
Like you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Jillian. Thank you, Marley. Thank you, Tammy.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
All right.
That
bye.
was just absolutely wonderful. Really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you. So happy to have you
Alright.
here.
Yeah, it was great.
All right. Enjoy the
If you guys
dance.
haven't seen the movie Dune, I really recommend checking out at least Dune 2. Amazing. Because of the desert scenes. If you love looking at like
Oh, Dune. Watching the movie Dune. Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
I know it's like, why are you recommending like a sci-fi movie to me? But it's, I don't know, it's something crazy. Like, I actually like my whole life was changed since watching it in March. So I thought,
Yeah.
spread the word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Lots of love, ladies. I'm gonna hop off. Enjoy.
Bye. Sending love.
Thanks,
Okay,
Jillian.
take care.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care.